The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
I put that on my kid. Kind of peace.
Brady now on first down. They'll swing this out to Fournette. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the 30 on second down, Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And some room to work. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first and 10, here's Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Check, 93's the mic.
To throw once more on second and 10, Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, and turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on second and 4. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's swung out wide to Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
Check, 45's the mic.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Roethlisberger. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Check, 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 check.
From the 24, Roethlisberger. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check, 45 to Mike. Check, 45 to Mike. Got wide, I got wide.
Here's Roethlisberger. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll try to run with Harris. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Derek Watt punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once...
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Brady going to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Brady. This is caught. Touchdown. Chris Godwin, 32 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go. Kill. Snickers. 66.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's... At the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, They'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Watch the curl, watch the curls.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Check the backer, check the backer. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Here's Roethlisberger. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Running on first down is Jones, but he's not going to get much, maybe a couple, and it's 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, stick.
Again, it's Jones. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. And what I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 93's the mic. Sugar. Come on. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Hey, dealer.
Brady now to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Check. Hey, gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Suckup for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here we go. You go tight. You got tight. You got
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
I made this ball.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st down, Brady. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. 45, 45. Mike, 45. Wild Bill, Wild Bill. Feel like it's
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 45 the mic. Check, 45 Snickers. Snickers. It's our time, guys.
Now Roethlisberger. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Roethlisberger connecting with James Washington. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Roethlisberger looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
Check safety, check safety. Check. Switch. 72.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous. Watch the edge. Check.
Brady to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Wait, 20. Check 55, Mike. Double dog, that's the way.
They hand this one to Gronk, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski taking it in from a yard out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Roethlisberger. He's got Smith-Schuster, and he goes out right around the 39. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ben gonna throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
Now Ben. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. Roethlisberger's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And his first pass is incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. He's got Smith here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 34 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Man open is Robinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and a big sack at that. This remains a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 24, Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. Smith catches left side. And he's got room. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. first down. Cook. And now off to the races down the right side.
Cooking a bucket.
Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 57 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. Now a hit and a loose football.
Give me that.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. When you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man, once again it's Thielen. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
First down, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. They'll throw again. Cousins. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Oh, the Vikings are pointing. They've got it. Minnesota football. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, it's Cook again. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Cook following the penalty. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here? The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill.
Oh, that's me. That's me.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth. Mahomes throwing on fourth. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And a really unbelievable play there on fourth and long. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. On first down, Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Mahomes to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Better double team that boy. If he come, he about to beat that nigga 35. I ain't gonna get on him. Just watch him.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins now. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty. And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check three, check three. Check. Hey, yo. Check. 53, Mike.
To throw, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Mike, 53, Mike. You can't block me. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, G, get off the field.
Throwing, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb, 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 124 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Cousins now from the 50. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing here, Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. He's going to let it fly. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins here to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Mahomes now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.